Ramble.
Thank you to DoorDash, Mint Mobile, and Feels CBD for sponsoring today's episode.
C'est le TryPod avec Eugene, Zachary,
Oui.
Edward, Keith,
Freedom fries.
et bien sûr, Mills Bonsignore.
Bonsoir, je m'appelle Lafayette.
Way.
All right, that was my special TryPod as
Wow,
Webby winners
really good
intro because we're so great. We went international as Webby winners. Congratulations, Miles Nation.
When you win an award, you instantly learn how to speak perfect French. It's awesome, guys. You should try it.
Webby
C'est vrai,
Award winning
c'est vrai.
podcast!
Yeah.
The nation! The nation, you did it! Miles
Yeah.
Nation, now Miles World.
Yeah, bitch. Go off, Ned.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I think the parameters were send in like a 5-word speech to the Webbies, and they also had a really like crappy live stream that didn't really work. So
Easy,
Miles,
easy.
let's give you the floor.
yeah.
You get more than 5 words to accept on behalf of the TryPod.
Absolutely. If I could please be introduced.
Ladies and gentlemen, accepting the award for the... I'm sorry, let me start over. I was just accepting the award for the Webby. Ladies and gentlemen, accepting the Webby for audience-voted best comedy podcast, the TryPod's producer, Miles Bonsignore.
Hey, how's it going? Oh my God, it's what an honor. Want to thank my bosses. You take my shirt. Okay, I'll take my shirt off. I'll take my shirt off. I'll do anything for $1. Anyway, thanks so much to the Webbies. Thanks to my bosses, Ned, Zach, Eugene, and Keith. Just the cutest little guys that ever could be. Climate change, okay, let's go for it. It's a real, okay, I gotta go, but okay, thanks so much. Bye-bye, guys.
Whew, that was a good speech, man.
Oh, man, that was really
Yeah,
good.
I appreciate
You guys,
that.
they always say that winning an award is one of the most special times of your life. You know, it's the peak. It's one of those peaks in your life. So where were you the moment that you realized that you were an award-winning podcaster?
Fully in bed.
Yeah, I was in bed.
Well,
Okay,
that
thanks,
was the
guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for entertaining
I
that
thought you were
bit.
just asking Miles. Me? I don't know. I think I was at my computer. Pretty freaking boring.
And that's why we're a comedy award-winning podcast. When someone throws up a comedy premise, we all fucking know how to dunk that shit.
Slam dunk it.
That's
Yep,
right.
that's
Quick on our
right.
toes.
No, I was in bed with like one eye cracked open, and whenever I don't want to wake up, I just start I open my email, see if there's anything in there that I don't actually need to process brain power for, but I'm like, what can I just delete? And
I'm just hoping something excites me. Like, I look at the phone, I look at Twitter, anything excite me? No. I open Instagram, anything exciting me here? No. My email, ooh. I've won an award. Congratulations to me.
Yeah.
Even a spam email can be a little exciting, right? Because it's something to do, something to delete.
Oh, man, I just dipped into my spam folder the other day. So many people want to send me their nudes. So many people still want me to invest. I'm like, how is this who's still falling for this? It was like, hello, sir, mum. I need investing in America, and I need a friend. I'm like, what? Who falls for these still? How is there still an industry for these bots?
guys, I discovered a pyramid scheme the other day. This was crazy. So you guys know, in my tea journey, I've been trying to find a name that I can clear through a trademark, and I finally have found one. I have a call with my lawyer this afternoon just to make sure it's all good. Very excited. But one of them that I found, I just started making up random words, and I was talking with Eugene. Eugene, I thought you were laughing at me. You're laughing because your dogs are furiously making out on your lap.
Oh my God, that is like raunchy. Your dogs are like really making out hard.
I was like, wow, Eugene's so
My dogs are gay. Well, that's because,
Oh my God, this is like
so hot.
they're full on licking the roof of each other's mouths.
Yeah.
dog makeout.
Sorry, I was trying to keep them quiet for the podcast, but then they started furiously going at it, snogging on my lap.
I was laughing because I was looking at my own spam filter, and I have one that's from Leaf Filter Advertise that's called Spring Savings. Get 10% off clean gutters for life.
Hey,
Nice.
why not?
Take your mind out of the gutter.
I mean, this is big, though. You might have the final name, the real
Might
deal.
have the name. But originally, I was just putting like random fucking sounds together. I'm like, Zim, blob, whatever. Because I needed to create a brand new word that had never been made before. And some words that I made up, like one was, I'm not even going to say because it's a bad name, but I went to the website and it was like a family's photo album. Anyway, one of these words was a website for a board game. And I'm like, fuck, what's going on? But I read the rules of the board game. And there was no board game, there's no photos of the board game, and all you had to do, you send in $250, you become the ambassador for your city, and they're only giving out 2,000 of these spots, so you gotta act quick, and then you get to have like X people underneath you, and it was just a very poorly written, blatant pyramid scheme around a board game?
Whoa.
That's
Very
weird.
confusing.
Pyramid Scheme would be a good board game. Like if you designed a board game that's about getting the most people to be contributing small amounts of money, like you pull a card and basically it forces other people to join your pyramid scheme, and by the end it's who's got the tallest pyramid.
Settlers of multi-level marketing.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever been, has like a friend of yours ever been involved in a pyramid scheme or a multi-level marketing scheme and asked you, hey, you should check out my work?
I think the closest I came was in high school. There were some kids that were like doing the knife sharpening salesman thing.
Oh, Cutco?
And they were like, Cutco. They're like, tell your mom about my knives. Let me come over and do a sales demo. I was like, I don't know, man. We already have knives. I don't know if I'm comfortable with our friendship taking this direction. We're 17.
Oh, God.
Eugene, what's going on over there? You're holding your mic like the little Dutch boy with his finger in the dam.
Oh, I don't want to interrupt y'all's conversation with the dogs running around. I'm getting Matt to grab them to go to another room.
Let chaos reign. We're
Chaos
award winners
reign.
now. We can fucking coast.
Okay, cool. Kimbob, go fucking at it. Go fuck my other son.
That's the quality you get with this Webby Award-winning podcast.
Go gay dogs. Go gay dogs.
I'll say "Go Gay Dogs" will now be the title of the podcast. But I do remember in a multi-level marketing scheme when I was like right out of college. I moved to New York, and there was a Craigslist job posting. I spent the day with these people, and it turned out that it was like you join, they don't pay you very much. They pay you on commission, and you're on the street trying to sell like people on phone plans, like trying to get like elderly people in on phone plans. And the woman was explaining, she was this British woman, she was explaining me how the company worked. And she straight up was like, okay, so the CEO, here's the CEO, they're at the top. And then under the CEO is two people. And she drew two circles. And then she was like, and under those people, they get other people involved. And she started drawing a pyramid.
It's always what they say now. Okay, now this is not a pyramid scheme, just so you know. Anyway, here's how it works. And then they fully describe a pyramid. It's every single pyramid scheme is like, well, it's not a pyramid scheme. First of all, don't worry about that.
It'd be cool to live in a pyramid.
I think so too. I always like, that's an architecture that we've forgotten. You never see pyramids in cities anymore. I mean, Vegas has one, but it's not the same. It's basically just the exterior looks like one. I want to go to one where there's vaults and chambers and there's people buried in the walls in a few places. And there's cool bug sculptures that might come to life if, mummy is reenacted, relived, rebrought back.
Like Patrick Starr's house. Most of it's underneath the ground like a tomb.
Yeah.
And the pyramid itself is like the periscope, It's just the land feature.
Isn't there a thing of like that when pyramids existed, we didn't have the technology to build pyramids, and that's why people think that aliens built the pyramids? Because like
aliens.
Ned, our resident science expert.
There's a possibility, a non-zero possibility.
Or the innovation of mi gente, the Jews, building that shit on our backs. The last, and ever since we've complained about back problems, actually.
I think they probably just had pulleys. I think this idea that they didn't have the architecture was just the fact that like all the stuff they were using was probably wood and fiber, and those were lost to time, whereas the rock remained. And they're like, well, how do they do this? It's just rocks here and sand. And I think actually I remember seeing they actually brought levels of sand up. They sort of built it in reverse, so they would build it up and then tear the sand away. So that's like one of the ways that people theorize they did it. There's like a lot of cool theories on how they did it.
You are right, Eugene, though. If there was one American city that just had like a big fucking pyramid in the middle, like, no offense, New Mexico, but Arizona, like these places, like you could stand to have a nice dope ass pyramid in the middle of your city, and we would all be like, yo, do you hear about that New Mexico pyramid? I want to fucking go check that out. Albuquerque's got the dopest pyramid in all of America. Bring pyramids back.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Louvre. Full circle to our French opening. That's beautiful.
So many modern buildings like the Burj Khalifa, they're all going to start looking stale, very like 2020s, right? I think we need to bring it back old school, and New Mexico has to build like, a giant pyramid just, in the middle of Albuquerque.
Or like the Bean in Chicago. Why don't we make that a big ass building?
Yeah, blind everyone.
To go inside a giant shiny bean and be like, oh yeah, I work in the big bean.
Speaking of big beans.
Oh boy.
A big bean is sort of similar to a celebrity, and on Twitter, it was trending people's mundane celebrity stories. Webby award-winning podcast, people's mundane celebrity stories, and so I thought it'd be a fun time for us to share our mundane celebrity stories.
Teams the year after they win the Super Bowl, they like are terrible, and this is like, hey, we won the Webby.
We won the Webby. Also, we forgot to invest in our offensive line. Just assumed. So you want our worst celebrity stories?
I want mundane
Miles?
celebrity stories. The time you saw...
It's not like, oh, I was at this dope soiree and I was talking with, sharing a cocktail with Idris Elba. It's like, no, I was shopping for underwear at the Gap.
Yeah, it's like I saw Amanda Seyfried buying a ham.
Here you go. I got one. I was in line like several people away from Anna Kendrick at a coffee shop one time.
Wow! Shit, Anna K? Dude.
That's right. And I didn't say anything, and nor did we make eye contact. So like, pretty cool.
How little was she?
She was very tiny. Yes, very tiny. It's clearly like she was in her sweatpants. Clearly, just Saturday morning, getting your fancy coffee on, just rolling out of bed.
What did she order? Do you remember?
I think she was behind me, so I don't know.
You didn't stick around, Ned, to see what she freaking ordered at the coffee shop?
Look, Miles, this was the most mundane celebrity story I had. I don't even know her coffee order.
What if you ever see her again and you're like, have an opportunity to become best friends, and she's like, ugh, if only someone here knew me and really got me and just knew what my favorite coffee was, and you'd be like, actually, how about this? And then you're like, holy shit, best friends?
Here, take this cortado. It's the best way to have coffee.
Do you think that Anna Kendrick drinks a cortado?
I think she drinks from a piccolo.
I think she just likes having lots of cups.
Eugene, you seem like a hot celebrity about town. Do you have any mundane celebrity stories?
I have several. Let's start light. So at the gym once, this must have been like 7 years ago, I'm on one of the machines for my quads, and lo and behold, I turn and there's a tall, fully dressed man, not in gym clothes, just fully dressed with big headphones, lunging
wearing
in the
jeans,
middle of the gym,
right?
Wearing jeans, just doing lunges and smiling at everyone. It was Jeff Goldblum.
That's huge.
He was maybe there a total of 15 minutes. And all he did was walk into the middle of the machines area where he just decided to start lunging, and he was just smiling broadly at everyone with his headphones. And then I think he just like bounced right after that. And I just remember sitting there going like, I'm a huge Jurassic Park fan, and I've seen pretty much everything Jeff Goldblum was in. So I'd had a little mini freak out, and I was like, oh my God, don't stare at him. But I did end up staring at him a little bit, and he looked right back at me and smiled.
First of all, Jeff Goldblum, anywhere, you're gonna stare. That's just his aura and his presence.
Yeah.
But what a fucking delightful weirdo that he just goes to stretch in jeans in a gym. And you're not, like, that's a common known thing in WeHo, is that he does that.
Yeah, I don't know if he still does that, but that was a very exciting sighting. Same gym I saw Charlize Theron too.
You saw Charlize?
Yeah, she used to take spin classes from her favorite cycle instructor, and I heard her before I saw her because I heard a woman cursing up a storm, like like lowest level sailor humor, like with bunch of gay men laughing. And I turn and it's Charlize. She's just sweaty and gorgeous, and she's just being like, "Well, why don't you just sit on his dick?" And I was like, Charlize, you're amazing, just beautiful and crass.
I'm a big food boy. You know, I love to eat. I love to experiment with all sorts of different food. And most of that really happens now with takeout. Because sometimes you want Chinese. Sometimes you want pizza. Sometimes you just want froyo. You know, there's something for everyone on DoorDash. That's right. Today we're talking about DoorDash. It is the app that brings you food you're craving right now, right to your door.
Oh, I've got, just talking about this, I have cravings. Now, ordering is easy. Open the DoorDash app, choose what you want to eat. In my case, choose the 4 things you want to eat, and your food will be left safely outside your door with the new contactless delivery drop-off setting.
Yeah, I've used it. It was actually super great, super easy. I had a really nice nonverbal communication with the person 20 feet away, and it was like, hello. He was like, hello. With over 300,000 partners in the U.S., Puerto Rico, Canada, and Australia, you can support your local go-tos or choose from your favorite national restaurants like Chipotle, Wendy's, Cheesecake Factory. You can help support the restaurant industry right now.
Right now, our listeners can get $5 off and 0 delivery fees on their first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter code TRYGUYS.
That's $5 off and 0 delivery fees off of your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter code TRYGUYS.
Don't forget, that's code TRYGUYS, one word, for $5 off your first order with DoorDash.
And I know it works because Becky used it just last week.
I shared this one on Twitter, but when we were all in the Austin airport together, and you guys all went to the bathroom, and actually I was talking to Miles, and behind Miles, Charlize Theron walks right towards me, and I went, because I adore her and love her, but I wasn't going to say anything, or no, I'm just going to play it cool. And so I didn't tell Miles until she had walked by and left.
Devastating.
And so Miles had Charlize in his orbit and never knew.
Ugh, a tragedy. I think mine is probably that one time I was working at a coffee shop in New York, and I served coffee to none other than Raven Simone.
Wow. That's fun.
Very fun. She had a problematic order. She came back to the counter a couple times and asked for different things. It was but wow, just to see her and just to be like, wow.
That's surprising that she wasn't able to look into the future and see that her coffee order was going to get messed up.
Was her coffee order so Raven?
It was so Raven. She ordered a mocha, I believe. What I remember is she ordered a mocha, and then she came back and she said, "This tastes a little bitter." She was very nice. She was like, "This tastes a little bitter," and I was like, "Oh, well, yeah, it should just be espresso and chocolate and milk." And she was like, "Can you make one? Can you make one without the espresso in it?" And I said, "Absolutely, I can, Raven."
I actually wanted chocolate milk.
Wow, can you make one without the espresso in it?
She's just like, I think I just want the chocolate. I just want the chocolate one. I was like, okay, yeah, sure.
Heath, I'm wondering if you have any of these because you're terrible at recognizing celebrities.
Yes, that is absolutely true. When you were doing the Charlize Theron story, I remember I was there and I didn't notice or care. And I was like, oh, cool. And I mean, sure. It was South by. There's got to be celebs around. I live where all the cable comedians live. So it's not Beverly Hills wealth, but it is still Hill wealth, and it's pretty good. But They're always at my grocery store or at restaurants. So I've seen Kyle Mooney at Spitz. I've seen Tony Hale in the checkout line with his adorable daughters. I never talk to any of them. They're just living their lives. And they're very mundane occurrences. Like sometimes you'll be standing like looking at the broccolini and you look to your left and be like, oh yeah, that person's on a show. And then you just keep going. Now Becky recognizes everyone. Yeah. Like, and we'll walk by Little Dom's and she'll be like, that girl right there, she was on season 3 of this show. And I'm like, what? Huh? Yeah. And she just knows everybody. The one I got excited once, the only one I've ever spoken to, the only celebrity that I have stopped and I've been like, you're a celebrity, I need to talk to you, was Tim Minchin, who most people don't even know. But he's a really great Australian musical comedian, and he was in LA for a couple of years. And once I saw him at Little Dom's, and I just told him he was great. That was it.
I've got a pretty good Jennifer Lawrence one by way of Kelsey Dara. J-Law, yes. At the premiere of her own movie, a Jennifer Lawrence movie, which Kelsey and I were doing some promotional stuff for. Kelsey goes to the bathroom in the middle of it. I don't know. She really had to pee. And in the bathroom, she sees Jennifer Lawrence. They just say, like, hey, like, nice movie. She's like, thanks. I always leave early at these things. Jennifer Lawrence was ducking out of her own premiere halfway through.
Oh, wait. Was it a movie with Chris Pratt?
Can neither confirm nor deny, but intrepid Googlers will know that the only movie that Kelsey and I have promoted.
Yeah, that one's worth walking out of halfway through. I'll say that.
Yeah, but I thought it was very funny that is... not only did she run into her one-on-one in the bathroom because nobody else was in the bathroom, that she was on her way out the door at her own party, which, you gotta beat the rush.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
When you're that popular and it's your day.
And that summer was like J-Law's summer.
When she walked in, she was surrounded by a crowd of like 30 people. No joke. It was just sort of like...
And they all looked just like J-Law, so no one knew which one was which. Sort of like Queen Amidala.
Oh, yeah.
No, not like that.
Just like Queen Amidala.
That would be kind of fun, yeah. If the way she went into the premiere was like...
We should start, when we attend things, just surrounding ourselves with 10 people who look kind of like us, each of us, so there's just 40 Try-Guy duplicates walking in and nobody knows which one is the right one.
I'll tell you, anytime someone on Twitter tags me in a photo of like, is this you? It is the least flattering lookalikes that ever. I just need you guys to know. Look at the person that you're tagging me of. If I am the far more attractive version of that person, you're gonna hurt my feelings.
Or just say that.
Yeah, just say this, you're hotter than him, but he looks like you. I'm gonna hit you with 2 quick ones. One, saw Rachel Bilson from the OC in a witch. She was ordering a custom sandwich. She got it toasted. Yeah. It was hilarious.
Nice.
When we got back from tour, the very first restaurant that I went to, I mean, literally, like, we landed in the morning. I put my stuff down from the airport, went to get a nice lunch with Maggie, and I'm, like, disheveled and gross. It is the end of 2 months of travel and, decreasing body maintenance, and I'm just a total mess. And in this one restaurant by us, there was Michael K. Williams, who played Omar Little on The Wire, sitting in a table next to Natalie Morales, who played Aziz's girlfriend in Parks and Rec, and she's now in Dead to Me. She's like, a character TV actress who's rising. But they weren't together. They don't know each other. They didn't talk. And I was like, is there one person at this restaurant who noticed it? Because I was like, that's fucking weird. Omar from The Wire is here with Natalie, but they're different. And is there one other person that's like, this is crazy. Omar from The Wire is here and Zach from the TryGuys. What a day. There was one time in New York where I was crossing a street. It was a 4-way crosswalk, and we were walking diagonally. And walking by me is Wallace Shawn from The Princess Bride, the guy who goes, inconceivable, who is better known as now as the voice of Rex in Toy Story. Incredible, love Wallace Shawn. And I just couldn't stop myself. There was something about how specific and particular he is that I went, Wallace! And at the same time, like, because I'm looking at him, someone right behind him, this like young college kid is like, Zach! And I was like, oh shit, am I the Wallace Shawn of my generation?
I was going to say that I sat next to young Han Solo in a Jewish deli in like January. You know, that was probably my last mundane celebrity
He would be
experience.
a hard person for me to recognize.
Oh yeah, I didn't recognize him. I was sitting with
Becky
Alex
did.
Lewis, who texted and texted.
Yeah.
He was like, "We're sitting next to Han Solo," and I'm like, "So we are."
Yeah, so I was at a film camp. It was the only film camp I went to in high school. So this was 2003, and we stayed at this apartment complex that's very famous in LA. That's near a studio set. So a lot of like at the time young Disney Channel stars were living there. Anyway, it was like the one film experience I had before going to USC, and it was crazy because I was there getting the film, but I also like happened to be in the apartment next to Shia LaBeouf. And I didn't know until the first day that it was like the second day. I bought this big box of like Quaker Oats granola bars, or maybe it was Nature Valley. No, I think it was Quaker Oats. Not very good. But I was in the bathroom and our door was open, and my roommate's name was Steven, and he was playing like something on Nintendo. And then when I walked back out, my whole box of granola bars was gone. And I asked him, where did the granola bars go? And he looks at me and he goes, oh, Shia LaBeouf just walked in and took them. And I was like, what? And he goes, yeah, he just walked in. And Steven's also like one of those guys who's just so chill that this totally was just like, yeah, he just like walked in, grabbed them, looked at me, and I looked at him. We looked at each other for a few seconds. Then he just walked out with your granola bars. And I, being a big Even Stevens fan, I was like, oh my God, Shia LaBeouf is next door. I did not care about the granola bars. I was like, ooh, Shia's there. But I did see him a couple of times as we passed each other in the hallway. And the other time I really knew he was there was he burned his tennis shoes on the balcony. Because one day I was like, what does that smell? It's like rubber. And I went out there and I was like, oh, there's tennis shoes on fire next door. Now, knowing what I know now with Honey Boy and his past, certainly he was just probably just, you know, expressing himself in whatever way felt healthy. It just came to me. The other people that I did see there was Frankie Muniz and Hilary Duff, and they were in a hot tub while I was hanging out by the pool. And I was like, oh my God, it's Malcolm Little. Whoa. And
Whoa.
yeah, and Lizzie McGuire. But that was like a lot for me to handle. But I was like the most awkward, nerdy high schooler. So I was like, I'm never going to talk to these people. They're so cool.
I feel like the granola bars was an opening, you know? You could have been like, oh, hey, what's up, buddy? I noticed you stole my granola bars.
I hope he enjoyed the granola bars.
Actually, if you like those granola bars, I can get you a deal where you can sell the same granola bars to all of your celebrity friends.
Oh my God.
I'm the hookup. There's only 2,000 spots left.
It's sort of like I'm here up top, and then you, Shia LaBeouf, can be like one of the two other sub-granola lords.
And we'll have Frankie Muniz and Hilary Duff underneath. Yeah.
It is funny living in LA. Like, this just sort of just happens to us. It's not like we're in special places when this happens. This is
right.
Well, maybe the premiere, but like the otherwise grocery stores. It's just a weird fact of living in LA. You just see moderately to very famous people all the time.
Now, I will say one thing I didn't like about the share your mundane experiences is how many people said their mundane interactions with me. I'm like, it's not mundane. One of them was at fucking Disneyland. I'm like, that's not mundane. Nothing about your day was mundane. It was probably the most spectacular day of that semester or season. And you, not only are you probably there because it's your birthday, but then you see me and Zach and Eugene and Ned probably too having fun. And we're Disney bounding. We look adorable. And you're like, gonna say that's mundane? Fuck you. I mean, thank you for being a fan, but also that's not mundane. That's spectacular.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's the best day ever.
Yeah.
I mean, you were, what?
I do. There is a funny, like, statistical anomaly of how many people's birthday it is at Disneyland. Because people tend to go to Disneyland on their birthday. So, like, more so than a regular mall, you're going to have a higher percentage of people that are like, and also, it's my birthday.
People, when we've met people at Disney, there is this cascade effect of emotions where it's like, it's my birthday, and I'm at the most magical place in the world, and you're here.
I just thought like it was mundane. I'm sure we're very nice. And like I love meeting fans. I love saying hello to them and taking pictures. It's really fun. And like we're never dicks. So or even like not excited. When you come to us, we typically reciprocate the excitement. It was not mundane. Zach, we all have phones, right?
I've got one.
You know, if you're still using one of the big wireless providers this year, have you asked yourself, what are you paying for? There's those expensive retail stores, inflated prices, hidden fees. They'll charge you to get like your SIM card change, which seems mean. You know, you're being taken advantage of because they know you're sort of stuck in a position where you have to pay. But there is another option. Mint Mobile, which provides the same premium network coverage you're used to, but at a fraction of the cost because everything is online. Mint Mobile saves on retail locations and overhead and then passes those savings directly to you, baby.
Here's the deal, guys. Mint Mobile makes it easy to cut your wireless bill down to just $15 a month. What's that? 50? Yeah, 15 buckaroos a month.
Every plan comes with unlimited nationwide talk and text, and you can stop paying for the unlimited data you'll never use. You can choose between plans with 3, 8, or 12 gigabytes of 4G LTE data.
You get to keep the phone you have right now. You can use any phone with Mint Mobile. Keep your same phone number along the way. All your contacts, you're just paying less.
To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and to get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/TryGuys.
That's mintmobile.com/TryGuys. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/TryGuys. This is a weird thing. I'm curious if you guys feel this way. I know that the TryGuys has fans. We have a lot of them. I have a hard time saying the word fans. I don't know why. It kind of just weirds me out. I'm making a video coming up where the logical title would involve I'm just going to say, I'm going to have ask the fans to help me design logos. Mm-hmm. But like, I don't know, that word, I just feel like icky or presumptuous. What else would I call them though? Do you guys share this at all? Am I crazy?
Yeah, when I see I wish I could be like Shawn Mendes and just send a tweet that says, I love all my fans.
Yeah.
But when I do that, I'm also kind of saying, I'm so famous, right? And I can't get past that disconnect to be like, I'm so famous, right? I love all y'all who make me famous. I love you. I don't know you, but I love you.
I rarely say fans. I usually say audience. Mm-hmm. So if I'm in conversation, but also like it's usually in conversation with someone who, I mean, unless it's in a pitch or brand meeting where they really couldn't care less. It's like in a family gathering with some uncle's friend. And they're like, so wait, what do you do? And who are these people who follow you? And I'm like, oh, they're our audience.
I remember seeing a Musical.ly star doing an interview at VidCon, right? Okay, so like a child Musical.ly star. He's like 11 probably.
Got his shit figured out.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, really does. They're like,
seasoned veteran.
What is it like to be at VidCon? And for me, when I get that question, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I don't know. It's sort of something I do every year. Meet other creators, get to meet some fans. I don't know. But I answer it a little better than that. But in my head, I'm like, I'm here, man. It's just something I do. But this kid had it. Because when he gets that question, this kid says, number one, I got to thank all my fans out there. Thank you for believing me. Thank you for getting me to this point. Number two, got to thank God.
Yeah.
Oh my.
It's like, wow, this kid knows how to answer this question better than me. And I'm 33 and he's 11. Ned, what's it like to be at VidCon this year? Well, I'm so excited to be here because
get some free shit that I'm going to throw away.
Yeah. I'm going to try to get some headphones. And
I'm just trying to get some headphones here.
Last year, Calvin Klein gave me an embroidered jacket. That was huge. This year, I'm hoping for some underwear.
There's a generation that's millennial that's like, I wouldn't say older millennial, but maybe mid to older millennial.
Older millennials.
So if you're like maybe very late 20s through late 30s, you grew up with learning how to use things like dial-up in the internet. You learned that as the internet started shifting, music and film industries. Like when we were kids, the star vehicle was still huge. Like celebrities were movie stars. Like, so we understand our gauging of things like fans versus a star versus like who has influence. It still feels like foreign to us to think that an influencer, which already to many of us is kind of like a weird word, is valid. And I think that if you are maybe 25-ish or under, then you probably have a more organic understanding of that being true, you know? So I think for us, it just feels icky because it feels like we're putting on like a jacket that's not ours. I don't know. I still think like, oh, you see Charlize Theron at Disneyland. That's a not mundane moment. But if I saw James Charles or something, I'd be like, oh, it's the influencer, you know?
Hey, James.
Yeah, I guess I'm like, yeah, because I'm trying to think of the channels that I watch and even if I follow people and watch everything they do, and if he was like, thanks for being a fan, I'd be like, man, fuck you.
That's right.
Maybe now that I'm an award winner again, I can confidently say that I have fans.
I think we have the digital EGOT. We got a Streamy. We got a Shorty. Now we have a Webby.
But we don't have a digital Emmy.
That's
true.
the one.
That's true.
There is.
But they always give it out to like The Walking Dead's clip
they're
show.
like James Corden's Carpool Karaoke. I'm like, that's a TV segment they put online.
Wait, what is the abbreviation? It's Streamy, Webby, Digital Emmy, and what else? Telly?
Shorty.
Shorty.
So Swess.
Swess.
Or Wes.
Wes.
It's a Wes.
You can win a Wes.
We could win a Wes. Yay.
We gotta get that fucking Emmy. It is so infuriating to me when I also see some of the bullshit that's been nominated for that.
They only have like 3 categories for the entire internet.
Speaking of the internet, Keith, you got some TikTok tea that's been coming out.
That's right. As you all TryPod listeners know, a long time ago, I think it was episode 21, I impromptu penned a bomb-ass song that related to thousands, millions maybe. And it's called White People Taco Night. It was actually a song that I was just singing to myself before the podcast began, and then we decided to sing it as the intro to the podcast. Somebody took that audio, they put it on TikTok on their own, and it got re-talked. People did it, and by the time last week happened, I looked and the hashtag had like 6.2 million TikToks. Woo! And people have also started doing like White People Chinese Night, and it's like getting Chinese food, but they're all like, it's still people getting it from the grocery store.
For some reason.
It sounds weirder. Maybe if it was White People Lo Mein Night, it would be better.
Chinese
White People Lo
Night.
Mein Night sounds better.
Yeah. I'm just telling you what the kids are doing.
Okay.
But it's very interesting. So I made a full version of the song with Lou Berger. We put it on our TikTok. It is now my most talked tick, and I'm feeling good. So now I'm starting to do some other goofy TikTok songs. But I have also, not everyone knows this, so White People Taco Night got on there and got really big. But one person also did some song at the end of the podcast where I sang about knives. And it like goes on forever. And somebody did one to that, which is really funny, but made us think, are there some audios we could provide right now for our fans to make some talks off of, some free toxic audio for you guys to use?
Toxic.
There's lots of good songs, lots of good back and forths. I think even just the bug conversation would make a good TikTok. But what are some talks we can give the people right now to our fans?
Well, can I also say, while you guys think about that, you made one yesterday that was how many Doritos you could fit in your mouth, and it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many Doritos can you? You can do it better than me. But
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 Doritos. How many Doritos can you fit in your mouth?
And it's the same, like, it feels to me like the Baby Back Ribs theme song. It's very like quintessentially 90s
Simple.
jingle. And the idea of you just making everyday jingles, like, yeah, that's fucking brilliant. Of course, that is such a great use of your musical styling to play into what is doing well on TikTok right now. It's so fun to me.
Yeah, so that's my current quarantine project, is making 15-second songs for TikTok and hoping that they will be, talked around the tick.
I would like a song about the moment where you go to wipe your butt and then realize that the toilet paper roll is empty, and now you have to debate, are you going to call for help Or are you going to do the little waddle across the bathroom, clenching your butt cheeks and praying that nothing falls, even though you have no reason to believe that anything should fall, but you're just like, I don't want to, I can't put my pants up to go into the hallway because then I'm going to get poo-poo on my pants. So I just need to waddle to the place where I keep toilet paper.
I do the toilet paper waddle.
Yeah. Get that going.
I get that. Sounds like gold to me.
I want one that's like Eugene's tweet about turning into a couch, but like with a drop like Pretty Boy swag, and then people just like are turning into couches on TikTok.
I'm turning into a couch.
Couch. This Saturday, I'm turning into a motherfucking couch.
Eugene, as our resident dancer, is there a TikTok song that includes words that you would want to dance to, like "shake your ass" or pull your dick
shake
out,
your ass.
or
pull your dick out,
something like that?
Oh.
I'm not very good at the TikTok, or I don't use it. I guess the trends are always, isn't always just like some white hot kid who's stolen something from a black kid? Isn't that most of TikTok's dance trends? White TikTokers copying dance moves from a black TikToker and making it famous because they're white and hot, but they don't credit sources, and it's another example of white people stealing from black culture.
There we go. So use that.
No, don't use that.
Hot white kids moving left, moving right, shaking butts, shaking breasts, moving heads to the left. Now the right and the left, and they're shaking, and shaking, and they're shaking their butts.
And it's always like something like a boyfriend versus girlfriend comedy, like my boyfriend shakes that butt like this. My girlfriend shakes that butt like this. My boyfriend shakes that butt like this. My girlfriend shakes that butt like this.
What?
Honestly, that one is a good one.
Yeah,
I think that could totally perform well on
pretty
TikTok.
hot. Yeah.
Yeah, I whenever I think about doing relationship comedy, I'm like, but I can't say that it's my girlfriend doing it. Will it play as well if I say like my wife shakes her butt like this?
A lot of it is like thinking about, the kids are at home right now, so a lot of kids are making content with their parents. You need to give them ways to engage with their family, like, this is my dad. I put my hand on his face. This is my mom. I put my hand on her face. This is my dog. I put my hand on its face. I put my hands on the faces of my family's face. That's
good.
a TikTok.
Good.
Right
That's
there.
a TikTok.
That's
Boom.
good.
How about we do one called Shit in Your Yard? I just shit in your yard. Oh, you think that's chocolate? Nope, buddy. I just shit in your yard. What do you want to do today? I think I'm gonna shit in your yard.
I like the idea of inciting chaos amongst the TikTokers. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about pranks. It's all about, because it's all about, that first 13 seconds. What's it about? The last 2 seconds. Oh, that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's a good vehicle for success on TikTok.
You thought I had a dog? No, I just shit in your yard.
Home all alone. What am I going to do? I see my mom. I see my dad. I say hello. And then I take a shit in the living room floor.
That's good.
That's good. That's good.
That's real good.
Might be against community guidelines, but that's good.
What are the community guidelines of TikTok?
Don't shit in front of your parents.
Don't,
I mean,
Guns,
can you show?
nudity, maybe poop, probably.
Yeah, probably poop. Is there? You can swear though?
You
right?
can swear. You can be nude as long as you're wearing really thin pants.
What?
I feel like a lot of the nudity thing is you can't be nude, but some of the pants on these butts is so thin I can see everything.
I tell you guys, my grandmother is now on the TikTok. She's getting involved. Well, she's not on TikTok, but my
How thick are
grandmother
her pants?
sent me very thin, whisper thin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you're seeing a lot of granny.
I'm excited.
She sent me a TikTok via Facebook Messenger, which is the most grandmother way to do it. But it was a terrible TikTok. It was really bad. And I'm like, Grandma, come on. If you're going to get into the talking, at least have... It was just a very bad lip dub of someone wondering why someone was out running and then she's drinking wine. It was like...
The drinking
Grandma
wine makes
content.
me think your grandma should do that thing where it's like, all my granddaughters trying to go famous on TikTok, like, while here I am sipping wine.
Do you experience stress?
Yes.
Do you have anxiety?
Yes.
Or chronic pain like me? I've
Ooh.
got all three, baby.
Yeah.
Or maybe you have trouble sleeping at least once a week. You're not alone. You guys know I suffer from chronic pain. I also am just a little anxious ball of energy. And so I really rely on CBD to help me sleep, to help me calm down. I love it. And we're here to tell you about Feels.
Feels is a premium CBD delivered directly to your doorstep. It naturally helps reduce stress, anxiety, pain, and sleeplessness. And, you just place a few drops under your tongue and you feel the difference within minutes. The thing to remember about CBD is that finding your right dose is important, and everybody's dose is different, so leave room to experiment over the course of a week or so.
If you're new to CBD, Feels offers a free CBD hotline to help guide your personal experience. That's super dope. That's really cool. Feels works naturally to help you feel better. There's no high, no hangover, no addiction.
Join the Feels community to get it delivered to your door every month. You'll save money on every order, and you can pause or cancel at any time.
Feels has me feeling my best every day, and it can help you too. Become a member today by going to feels.com/TryGuys, and you'll get 50% off your first order with free shipping.
That's FEALS, feels.com/TryGuys to become a member and get 50% automatically taken off your first order with free shipping. Feels.com/TryGuys.
Hey, boys, you ready for a surprise?
Yes.
Yes.
It's called Surprise Segment.
Oh,
Something we haven't discussed beforehand.
yay!
Woo!
May is Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. Try Guys, the Try Guys are known for having an Asian.
We
Yes.
love Asians.
Yeah.
So I think all four of you in one sentence need to say what you appreciate most about Asian American heritage. Go, Zach.
Wow. I would say the thing that I love most of all, fuck you guys, I'm stealing what you were going to want to say, the way that you've impacted cuisine in this country. Some of my favorite foods come from Asian influence, specifically beautiful fusions. It's just, everybody knows that Jews have a profound love for Chinese food. It is such a important part of my childhood, but my eyes have been open to so many different types of cuisines that frankly blow other American cuisines out of the fucking water.
Nice.
Well, I think for me, it's gotta be Japanese street fashion. I think it's cool. I can't wear it, but I do think it looks cool. I feel like you look at especially on Instagram, if you look at like cool hip Asian accounts, guys or girls, K-pop stuff, they just dress so cool. I'm like, wow, I can't pull that off. And Urban Outfitters sells a lot of their clothes, and sometimes I go there thinking I'm gonna find something for me there, and I don't. I don't find anything for me there. It's not for me.
I gotta go K-pop. Eugene, hanging out with you has been a real revelation to a type of music, choreography, videography, amazing work that I had never before known about. And it's influenced all of pop culture, and it's really amazing. That and fireworks.
Anime's an important part of our culture. Oh, look at him. He's about to blow a blood vessel because I dissed his waifu.
All right, guys, we're going to keep going around, and the first person who's unable to name something about Asian culture that they love is officially racist. The next for me is tea. I love tea. You guys know that. Did you know that all tea is originally sourced from China or India? Japan's got their beautiful green teas, and we got to give it up for boba. They brought boba over to us, have made tea cool once again. Thank you, Asia, for your tea.
Panda bears. We all love them. We all wish we owned one, but we don't. But they're cute to look at, and we love to try to get them to fuck each other. Next.
I'm regretting this
Buddhism,
surprise segment.
Philosophy
regretting
that
this.
all of us really should have. Pacifism, meditation, really a great way to go about life. Catholicism is all about wars.
Manga's like comics, but it's hot. Okay, it's sexy and it's like comics, but there's sometimes tits in it.
You like The Matrix? Well, you know who you have to thank for that? Kung Fu. You like Quentin Tarantino? Then you better give it up to Asian cinema.
Boats. Some of the best boats in history were Asian boats. And
Dangerous, Keith. I'm going to go with nonsense. Japanese spa culture. I love going to the spa, and it's really influenced all of the world's relaxation culture.
The doors that are like slidey. They slide on the side of the house. They're featured in a lot of anime and manga, which is an important part of our culture. He's going to blow a blood vessel because I dissed his waifu.
okay, that's enough.
Skincare.
That's enough.
White people are ugly.
That's enough.
Asians stay beautiful forever.
Okay, all right.
Man, cherry blossoms, those are pretty.
End
I
of
always
June.
want to go see cherry blossoms
That's
in
hot.
Japan, but I never
I
will.
know. We wanted to go this year, and we
Guys,
didn't.
remember traveling?
Oh,
Traveling
that
was
was cool.
fun.
Oh, Jesus.
We got nostalgic for airports the other day, me and Ariel. Even though the airport is always the worst part of the experience, but it's the threshold. It's the gateway to new experiences.
I envisioned myself the other day cooking steaks for friends and almost got teary-eyed. Because I haven't done that in 100 years because we just stopped like in general cooking as much meat at home, but it was something I used to enjoy. It's like having another couple over and you make like a bunch some fancy steaks and you make some mashed potatoes and you sit around and you drink red wine and
My birthday's coming up. That would be a fun thing for me to do for my birthday.
Ned, your backyard is spacious enough and area enough that we could do, little clusters, and we could all hang out in your backyard. And I went over to Eugene's this weekend because Maggie wanted to see Matt, and we that's all she ever wants is to see Matt. And so we put little lawn chairs, and they came out, and we just talked and hung out from a distance. It was lovely.
A 6-foot birthday party?
yeah.
For you.
Except that Wes is going to be running between all of us, and it's going to be like so cute, and be like, "No, Wes, you can't come close." I will say, since we brought up, Becky's birthday, for all of our TryPod listeners, if you'd like to listen, we have a TryWives podcast that we are currently piloting on Patreon. So if you are already on Patreon with us, you make sure to check that out. Let us know what you think. And if you aren't, and you're looking for some more podcasts, because we went back down to one a week, you should join our Patreon. Lots of extra great bonus content over there. And especially right now, there's a whole nother podcast. And I'm sure they're saying some crazy things about us over there. But I know that Becky's doing a lot of pop culture stuff. As we spoke earlier, she recognizes every celebrity. So I think probably, Miles, you should have them on the next episode, talk about their celebo encounters.
I absolutely will. We had a very fun, to give a little teaser into that episode. We had 2 new segments we are trying out. One called Pop Culture Historian, where Becky dives deep into a pop culture bit. And the other is called Couples Court, where one of them brings a couples argument, being impartial, partner A, partner B. And this week's was a very special couples court about long showers.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and
I know what that one was about.
yeah. So head on over to Patreon. You can listen to those eps.
That's pretty good. I mean, the exciting thing, too, is that you guys get to, people on Patreon are going to help craft and decide what that show is. So help us figure it out.
Also this week, Miles, the Webby Award-winning producer, is leading a leading talent in his first Try Guys video, where he's a lead.
What a week for you, Miles.
It's very exciting. A lot of things that I'm just like, every day I wake up and I'm like, Sarah, this is an exciting week. A lot of fun
Rains
things.
it pours. Am I right, my dude?
If you loved our old Sims stuff at BuzzFeed a long time ago with Kelsey and Peach K, we are sort of reviving that series, but we're going to have Miles actually be steering us in various Try Guys formats. So we'd actually love it if you do know The Sims, let us know what kinds of expansion packs we should get. What kind of Try Guy videos could we do? We went to the spa in this last one, but we could. I guess we could do anything. I don't know.
Anyway.
Also, maybe Miles could make some of our partners, make some of our pets. He could design some more things. So give him some fodder for what you'd like to see him control when it comes to us TryBoys.
I'm a little puppet master, puppeting the boys.
Well, if you're a Miles, then you may say, wow, I'm so great and this week is amazing for me. And you know what? I want to impart the wisdom of my life into your lives, and this is when I'll do it right now because it's a segment starring Miles called This Is the One Advice That'll Go for Miles. Featuring
our transitions are getting much worse.
Miles
Webby Award-winning podcast. Hey, Miles Nation.
Hey, Miles Nation.
Do you want to have a big old Tarzan dick?
Oh no.
Get plants.
This advice will go for Miles.
And put them in your room.
This advice will go for Miles.
What's up, Miles Nation? How y'all doing tonight? Thank you to Mon Chauffeur for sending that over. As always, we accept new theme songs. It's sublime. It's cute. It's good. But have you ever wanted to be a powerful stander, Eugene?
A powerful stander?
Stander?
Have you ever wanted to stand in your own 2 feet in a room that's not your bedroom?
Oh, a stander, like someone who stands.
Your body is losing energy, Eugene. You're a loser.
What?
Oh my God.
Oh God. Oh no.
Get to it. What does he need to do?
Standing.
Sometimes your phone dies while you are still cooking.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a P.
P.
Give me a H.
H.
Give
Phone.
me an O.
Phone. That's phone. We know it's phone, Miles.
phonograph.
Phone.
Is it a phonograph?
Give me a C.
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 Phone charger? You spelling phone charger?
C?
Are you spelling phone charger?
He is.
Is your advice to get a phone charger?
Put a
for other
phone
rooms?
charger in your goddamn kitchen. Because sometimes when you're cooking and you're like, I gotta go all over with the baby making room to get my charger. But if you're not boning or sleeping, then there's no reason for you to be in your bedroom.
Damn right.
So freaking charge your phone in the GD kitchen, you turkeys.
How does that help me stand better?
Because you can stand with your phone, Ned. You don't have to bend down and plug it in.
Okay.
So while you're making brisket lo mein, fried rice, and orange chicken for Asian Heritage Month, you can...
Wait,
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Keep going.
all right.
And while you're standing on a tatami mat in your kitchen, and you're using all sorts of Asian culture to make your dinner, you can keep your phone charged in the port that it's designed to be charged in.
Yeah.
I
Y'all
don't know
have
if
a
you.
kitchen iPad?
Huh? You have a kitchen iPad?
Do you guys do that? Yeah, I have a kitchen iPad.
Rich
Dang.
people problems.
I wish I had a kitchen iPad. That sounds dope.
You get yourself a little stand. You put the iPad on it. You get a little cover that helps if it gets splattery, and then boom, you can look up recipes.
That is good. I actually do have an iPad on a tripod for the baths, and sometimes I'll put it in the kitchen.
That's right. You have a bath.
Oh right,
We have a bath. We have a
the
bath
pad
pad. Yeah,
situation.
the bath pad.
To your charger suggestion, they this apartment. So I have like a kitchen island. It's not an island. A big counter. And on the living room side of it, next to it, he built in an outlet, but instead it's specifically a phone charging outlet, and instead of being plugs, it's just USBs, so that you can plug in your phone charger. But now Apple changed their phone charger, and it's USB-C, which is the little thin motherfucker. So this is now a totally irrelevant wall port.
Hate to see it.
It sucks. Don't get too fancy with your shit, guys.
Yeah, don't get too fancy. But
The electrician.
I find it's good to have a phone charger in many different rooms of your house, because while you're watching TikTok and you're Googling Asian Heritage Month, your phone can die very quickly. And I find having a separate phone charger or butt in the kitchen is a nice way for me to put my phone on the counter and charge it while I'm making cereal.
Yeah, I take it as a sign, actually, Miles. When my phone is dying, I'm like, spend too much time on it today.
Oh, that's nice.
I
like
use that as its natural built-in clock. Now, of course, there's times where that's not true. There are times where I'm out and about and I need my maps open all day, or if
or we're filming a video on our phones, so
exactly.
you like drained your battery.
There are exceptions to the rule, but if it's just a normal day, I try and let the battery life dictate and be a reminder.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I'll put it, because I don't even charge it in my bedroom. I charge it inside my closet, so that it is locked away.
That's nice.
So I'll put it in there, and then I'll just kind of leave it, and then I'll be done.
What time does your phone go in the vault? Because that's the thing. You can't get in touch with Ned after a certain hour. It goes in the vault.
I got a surprise suggestion.
Whoa! Eugene update!
Now your official Webby Award winner. I really want to see a supercut of all the advice that'll go for Miles for these first 60 episodes. I would really enjoy seeing the evolution of how you got to this point.
Yeah, like kind of my downfall is that
Just the slow decline into madness, because you were about to have a spell out phone charger.
Yeah,
Miles, you were about to have a spell phone charger.
Yeah,
to advise us.
Started by us getting better at standing.
Yeah.
Really, the fact that you stand while you're charging your phone. Well, I still found your advice very recharging.
Wow.
That's just a couple of the great puns you can get at this Webby Award-winning podcast. Thank you all for voting. Be sure to leave us 5 stars and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, other podcasts, youtube.com/TryPod, patreon.com/TryGuys.
You know what? Until next time, Keith hit us with the official TryPod theme song.
Thanks for being our fans. You're the greatest fans in all the lands, and without you, we couldn't win, because that award was a numbers game. The TryPod.
Go get your face masks.
Get your face mask. We got face masks. TryGuys.com.
Until next time, stay beautiful.
And shit in your yard.
Woo!